Hello everyone, so today I'm gonna add a couple more photos from the 35mm F1.4, the previous shoot with Elizabeth. And then let's get started. I'm using the RNI and this photo was shot in the 35mm Fujifilm X-T2, the F1.4 version. So I'm gonna use the same one just to be consistent with the feed and the vintage style. So as you can see that when I applied that, it's too strong. I'm gonna reduce the brightness as well as the highlight save. So let me reduce the highlight save a little bit more because you can see the highlight on the face was too bright and overblown. And I'm gonna add a little bit contrast. And I like the matching, so purposefully matching the outfit under the tree. So I'm gonna position slightly with more trees above. So just like that, and then increase slightly a little bit more. Let me go down a little bit more. So you can position in the top third area, and I can still see a little bit too bright, so I'm gonna reduce to 64 just to be more subtle on the highlights. And then you can add some grain if you want some frame style. It depends on what's your feed the style wants. And let me save this one. So this one is pretty good. And then I have some other ones, so let me try this one. Definitely too dark, so let me go back to the original, add in 9 right there, and then a strength, so you can see the difference before and after. So I can do strengthen a little bit, and then I can give a little bit more light, but I want to retain the same mood on that. Increase the sharpness a little bit, and then the highlight save is good. I can add a little bit more, so maybe around 72. So that's before and after. I'm gonna crop it closer, and then 4x5 for Instagram crop, so slightly down. And this one was also 35mm F1.4, so it's pretty good. F1.4 version is pretty good. And you can try different frame simulation in the RNI app also, but I think this one is good. I just double check the brightness a little bit, maybe a little bit brighter. So let me adjust back. Okay, so that's good. And then so it has a certain mood on it. So let me go to the next one. So this one was a brighter one also, so let me update the brightness. So each location has a different brightness. Just make sure that adjust them accordingly based on each location's lighting, because you cannot just apply everything the same. It has different lighting and different lights angle on the face as well. So just make sure that the lighting and the direction is good. And then let me give more room, give more headroom on top as well. And then okay, so that's good. And then so this has a certain mood on it, so just make sure that the mood are consistent. And the next one is similar, and let me crop it, 4x5 crop. Okay, so that's good. So 4x5 crop, save. And then the next one, this one sitting style, so it's definitely too strong on the contrast, I think. And then the red are too strong also. So in this case we can do something like change the, I think the highlight save, it was too strong. And then I'm gonna adjust the brightness, update the highlight save balance. So between the brightness and highlight save, just make sure that it is balanced. and then you can adjust the V2 versus V1 for the simulation. Let me check. And strength, so I think this one we can just have a subtle strength right here, and then so that's before is bright, after so slightly adjust a little bit, and then let me do a 4:5 crop. Okay, so that's before and after, so save camera roll. And then the next one is similar, so I'm gonna save that, and then the brightness, add a little bit more brightness on this one, and highlight save. These two are balanced, you just need to balance them out. And then 4:5 crop, leave more leaves on the ground because it's fall coming up. You can just find some leaves on the ground and then make some composition based on the leaves as well. So the strength, I can give a little bit more strength on this one, and the brightness slightly adjust that. Okay, so next one. Okay, this is lifestyle laughing one, so we can add the V2 in this one, so this is brighter. You can see that there's a subtle difference between that two, and then slightly reduce the brightness, not -7. And then let me double check. So that's before and after. And then the strength, maybe let me do 45, and let me do the 4:5 crop as well. So 4:5, leave more leaves on the ground for the composition purpose, and then some headroom on top just for spacing purpose. And then same thing happened to here. Let me crop it, crop 4:5 for Instagram, so slightly crop that, and then more headroom and more the leaves in the bottom as well. So that's before and after. Save it, save the camera roll. So that's a quick go through of the editing of the 35mm F1.4. So these are the previous photos, and then some of you are asking the 33mm F1.4 Viltrox lens. I contacted them, but they haven't replied yet. Maybe they were busy. I asked them if I can do any reviews, and then so I can have some compared to the 35mm F1.4. So let's see if they reply. If not, I have to find some way to rent it out, because right now my photo shoots is not fully restarted yet because of the pandemic. So let's see what happens, and then stay tuned. Thanks all of you for the supporting, and then stay tuned for more video coming up. Bye.